All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to signing day. It's an exciting day. I'm going to bring out a couple people to speak here to kind of open things up. And before we do that, we're going to open up in the word of prayer with Coach Linda.
God, we do thank you this morning for this very special group of young men and women. We ask that during this time they would be honored, but ultimately you would be glorified by everything that's said and done here this morning. So we ask your presence to be with us. And we ask your blessing on each of these as they go out and compete at the next level, that they would be able to bring everything with them that they learned here, and that ultimately you would be glorified. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Now we'll have our upper school principal, John Cooper.
Morning, everyone. I congratulate our signees, their families that supported them through years of school and club play, and all kinds of weather through thick and thin, and their coaches who taught, nudged, and prodded them to make the most of their abilities. These 6 seniors demonstrate that students thrive when they attend a school with consistently high standards. High academic standards, behavioral standards, character and skill standards in athletics. Expectations on the playing field and classroom reinforce one another. Moving to the next level in their respective sports, 3 basketball players, 2 golfers, and a softball player, reminds us that the culture and size of First Baptist gives student athletes a chance to be seen. The opportunity for playing time is an attraction at First Baptist. That 3 of you are headed to D1 schools and 3 to D2 speaks volumes about the visibility of athletics at First Baptist. Next year, Zach becomes a Gamecock, Makenzie a Trojan, Lexi a Mountaineer, Tiana an Eagle, Jenna a Patriot, and Mia a Crusader. Keep in mind that each of you will always be a Cane. Go Canes!
Thank you, Dr. Cooper Smith. Now we'll bring on Coach Presley Singleton.
Okay, I'm going to ask Jenna Wallace and your parents to come forward. I'm going to try to get through this one without getting teary. She swears I can't. But Jenna has been a First Baptist student since she was in the 1st grade. So she's been here a long time. Jenna is a fabulous student. She has a 5.15 GPA. Yeah, she is National Honor Society. She is just incredible in the classroom. But she's also a 3-sport athlete. Okay, Jenna plays volleyball, basketball, and then her love is softball. And the coaches here, we wanted an athlete like this to play for us, and so, you know, at times it was, you know, Coach, I'm going to Tennessee this weekend to play softball, and I'm like, well, good luck, you know, because we play on Tuesday night, you know, that kind of thing. But it was the sacrifice that we wanted to make to be able to keep somebody like her playing for us. Jenna has been a pitcher for years, a softball pitcher for years. She plays for one of the top teams in South Carolina, the Carolina Elite. She's played all over the Southeast and, you know, just had all kinds of college coaches calling. And Jenna pitched for us in 8th grade as an 8th grader on the varsity and had 91 strikeouts. So pretty impressive for an 8th grader on the mound against older girls. And 9th grade, she had 103 strikeouts in just 11 games. Unfortunately, when she was a 10th grader, we weren't able to field a team. And I was a nervous wreck that Jenna was going to go somewhere else because softball was her love, and she looked at me one day and she said, "But I love my basketball team too. I'm staying here. I'll get what where I need to get and still stay at First Baptist." And girl, if you didn't, I'm so proud of you. And it really meant the world to me that you stayed here and finished here. It really did. Jenna had all kinds of offers to play at the next level, visited all over the place, and then decided that Francis Marion was the small kind of atmosphere that she had grown accustomed to all these years, and she decided that she would play for Francis Marion. At this time, Jenna, I'm going to let you say a few words, and then you will go ahead and sign. Figure out how to work.
So first off, I'd like to give the biggest thanks to God, because without Him, none of this would be possible. I'd like to thank all my teachers, teammates, and coaches over the years for pushing me to grow in the classroom, on the field, or on the court. Thank you guys for making me a better student, player, and a person. To all my softball coaches over the years who could not be here today, just know that I am forever grateful for everything you guys have done for me and how much you guys continue to have an effect on my life. Thank you, Coach Curtis, for being my first ever travel ball coach and for believing that my 4.5-foot tall self can maybe become something one day. Thank you for being my biggest cheerleader and for always making me choose to do what was best for me. Thank you, Coach Ben and Miss Leslie, for being my biggest advocates and for throwing me into the craziness of the recruiting process. There's no way that today would be possible without either of you. Coach Ben, thank you for teaching me how to fail wide open and for teaching me to be okay with failing. Miss Leslie, there are too many things I could say about how you helped me through these past few years, but thank you most for keeping Coach Ben in line. Thank you to the South Carolina League organization for giving me the opportunity to play softball with my best friends and for giving me the opportunity to continue to play in college. Thank you to Coach Redmond, Coach Kevin, and Coach Singleton for putting up with me not speaking basketball. Coach Singleton, thank you for running, not walking with me through the recruiting process and for always being here to listen. Coach Saunders, thank you for being the assistant softball coach and for not letting my ego get too big by always reminding me that you can hit a home run off me. Coach Schneider, thank you for being scared to hit off me. It almost makes up for Coach Saunders bullying me. A huge thank you to all my basketball buddies for putting up with my hard passes and for translating basketball into Jenna words for me. Thank you to all my best friends for being my support system throughout everything I do and for always being able to make me laugh. I cannot wait to walk across the stage in May with most of you guys. Finally, thank you to my grandparents for taking me to school, practices, games, and camps. Thank you both for being my favorite breakfast dates and for knowing what is going on most of the time while watching me play. Mom and Dad, thank you for everything. There are a million things I could say about all the impacts you both have had on my life. Dad, thank you for showing me the game of softball and for showing me how far hard work would get me. Thank you for acting like my big brother most of the time and my dad some of the time. Mom, thank you for being my role model and my best friend through everything life throws at us. You've taught me how to be a better person, friend, teammate, daughter, granddaughter, and player. Thank you both for allowing me to chase after any dream that I have and for reminding me that you guys would support me no matter what. I'm so excited for the next 4 years of my life at Francis Marion University, but I cannot say that I will not miss my First Baptist family. One more big thank you to all of you guys here today. I love you all and go Patriots.
All right, next I'm going to bring up Coach Dale Mercer, who's going to talk about Makenzie Norwood. Come on up.
Well, Coach White was unable to attend, but I did want to say a few words on behalf of Makenzie. I did have the opportunity to coach Makenzie her freshman year on the boys golf team, and I will say we've missed you the last few years. But Even at that age, I knew Makenzie showed great promise. She was a dedicated, determined, confident golfer, and I knew if she continued to put in the work that she could play at the next level. And it's obvious that she has, because here we are, 3.5 years later, and she's about to sign to play at Trevecca. So, Makenzie, congratulations. We're proud. I'm excited for the next 4 years, and we hope you for the best.
I'd like to thank First Baptist, my coaches, and my parents for all the support. I'm excited to play in college next year. Thank you.
All right, next up will be Zach Adams.
There's not much I can say about this guy, except the sky is the limit. I remember I first learned of Zach watching the golf channel. About 8 years ago, I see a 9-year-old shoots a 58 at a junior golf tournament, which is unprecedented for anyone. So I thought it was pretty special that he was coming to First Baptist. I've met his parents, great parents. His dad's a great golfer, so I knew Zach was in good position to become something special. And it's been a real treat to watch him over the years progress to the talent that he is. And truly, the sky's the limit. I'm excited for the future. You've earned it. And one last thing I'll say is don't pack your bag just yet, because you do have to defend your state championship this spring. So anyway, we wish you all the best.
Thank you all for being here. Playing college golf has been a goal of mine for a long time, and I'd like to thank First Baptist and Coach Dale for their support, and of course I'd like to thank my swing coaches Tim Cook and Eve Vanderweel, and trainers Scott Willard and Will Sunner. Most importantly, I'd like to thank Mom, Dad, and sister for their continued support, and I'm very excited about being a South Carolina Gamecock. I want to thank Coach McDonald, Coach Dietrich for giving me the opportunity to be a part of their program. Go Cox.
All right, next up we have Coach Singleton and Lexi Grant. Come on up.
Lexi has played varsity basketball since 7th grade. When she arrived here as a sophomore, during her sophomore season, she scored her 1,000th point. Currently, she has over 1,500 career points. Lexi has averaged 19.1 points per game since she's been at First Baptist in her 2 seasons. She's led our team in assists at 4.8 assists a game. She led in guard shooting percentage. She is second in rebounds, first in deflections, first in steals, second in blocks, first in free throw percentage. She's skis a all-region both years. She's a North-South All-Star, first team All-Low Country, high school sports report, All-State Player of the Year. She's ranked number 6 in the state of South Carolina by ESPN Hoop Girls. She had offers from all sorts of schools and eventually decided that App State was the school for her. Not only does Lexi put up great numbers on the court, but Lexi has a 4.95 GPA. She's taken 10 dual credit courses, 3 AP courses. She's in the National Honor Society. She's heavily involved in the community with being a mentor for latchkey kids and working at community centers and things like that. So Lexi is just an all-around great kid that we are really going to miss here at First Baptist. She has a kind heart. Those of you students that know Lexi, she's never met a stranger. She's good to everybody, and I think that's one of your greatest qualities. I really do. But Lexi, I'm proud of you, and I pray that your senior year is the best to come.
As a kid, it was always my dream to play basketball. I would first like to thank God for allowing all this to happen, and my mom and my family for supporting me with everything. My mom especially for making sacrifices to allow me to play a sport, and for always being there when I needed her and helping me with literally everything. To my sister and my cousins for always having my back and being my biggest fans. My aunt for always being a second mother to me and caring for me. And my grandma for being the backbone of the family and helping raise me. I would like to give a special thanks to Mr. Jones in my neighborhood for beginning my basketball career. Thanks for my friends for being extended family and loving and supporting me through everything. And for getting me out the house for activities other than basketball. For the many teachers and staff that helped educate me. And to my old coach, Coach Phillips, for believing that a 7th grader could lead his varsity team and never giving up on me. To my old teammates for accepting the 13-year-old and taking me in as their little sister and protecting me, especially G, Dell, and LaShawn for taking me under their wing and still being here as they start their careers in life and college. To Coach Presley and Coach Saunders for welcoming me in with loving arms and bettering my future with the sport, and for always pushing me to be the best basketball player and person I can be. To Coach Redman, Coach Kevin, and Coach Rowe, thanks for always pushing me to go game speed and make the best of every opportunity given. Lastly, I would like to thank all the coaches for always believing in me and allowing me to lead this team. To my teammates, thanks for all the memories and laughs. To playing hide and seek in the Airbnb, to the team talks on bus rides. I love all y'all, and I'm honored to call y'all my family. I would like to thank App State for allowing me to further my education and athletic career. And lastly, to First Baptist as a community for being supportive to all the students and athletes and providing us with the resources to become successful in life. And my piece of advice for everyone today is to enjoy the little things in life and never regret anything that made you smile.
All right, next up, we'll have Tiana Fan.
Tiana has been at First Baptist her entire high school career. She began playing varsity basketball as a freshman. She was extremely coachable as a young player, but easily frustrated with the little things. But she's matured on the court and learned how to have a next play mentality, and now she became a big-time post prospect. Tiana is team captain and one of our most vocal leaders. She's improved so much in her high school years. One of the best hands of any post player I've ever coached. I mean, you throw it close to her, she catches it. She has led this team in scoring last year as a junior at 17.4. She led the team in blocks. She was first in rebounds, first in field goal percentage at 57%. She was second team all low country, high school sports report, all state player. She's ranked number 10 in the state of South Carolina. She is it's the first time actually that First Baptist has had 2 players ranked in the top 10 for girls basketball. So that's commendable to you two. Very, very good job. Tiana, she had a big summer playing with TMP, and the offers just started pouring in, and I couldn't have been prouder of you, T. She had lots of D1 and D2 offers, and she decided to go to Winthrop University. Tiana is another great student in the classroom. She has a 3.85. She also plays volleyball. It has been a big part of their success and playoff run that they've made the last 2 years. Tiana, we're really going to miss you.
It is truly a blessing, and I would like to thank the man above for blessing me with the ability to play the sport I love. It has been a really long journey, and I would not trade it for anything. Just a few months ago, I was worried about not receiving any offers, let alone Division I offers. I would like to thank all the college coaches who believe I would be a good fit at their school and for offering me a scholarship. I would like to say thank you to all my teammates for pushing me in practice and for making me better. Special thanks for Angel for being a great role model. I would also like to thank all of my teachers for never failing to push me in the classroom. I really appreciate all of you. Next, I would like to give a thanks to all my coaches from 6th grade to now. Thank you to Coach Jimmy for always being hard on me and pushing me to be the best I can be. Thank you to Coach Bevan for abusing me with the pad and making me able to finish through contact. And Jacob for always helping us out when we were short some players. Next, I would like to give thanks to Johnny and Hassan for teaching me the fundamentals of basketball. And a huge shout out to Coach Kevin for having faith in me when he first joined the coaching staff and for never reminding me that I can do anything if I put my mind to it. I love you, Coach Kev. And a big thanks to Coach Rowe for always having a workout and meal plan ready anytime I ask. Thank you to Coach Saunders for all the gummies you gave me behind Coach Presley's back. Thank you to Coach Jimmy just for helping me out most of my bag. I truly appreciate all of y'all. Now to the best coach I ever had, Coach Presley. Thank you, Coach, for taking me in as one of yours. It has truly been a blessing. Thank you so much for making me a great person and a basketball player all in one. Thank you for taking me to workouts and camps when my parents couldn't do it. From freshman year to now, you have made a huge impact on my life. There are no words to describe how grateful I am to have you as my coach, even when we bump heads. I love you, Coach. You will definitely be missed. To my siblings, I'm sorry for hogging our parents and having them drag them to every sporting event almost every weekend. Make sure to take care of them for me. I love y'all. On to my parents. First, I would like to say I love y'all so much and thank you guys for everything. Thanks for raising me to be the best person I am today. Thanks for being my biggest support system and cheerleaders. Thank you, Mom, for always cheering me on, even when you don't have a clue what's going on. Thank you for being the best you can be for me and my siblings. And last, to my dad for being my biggest critic and teaching me basketball and knowledge. Thank you for never pressuring me and always letting me make my own decisions when it came to basketball. I respect you so much for that. I love y'all. And now I'm glad to announce that I will be furthering my academic and athletic career at Winthrop University. Thank you, Coach Meek, and and the coaching staff for this opportunity. Go Eagles!
All right, next up, we'll have Wysong.
Mia Wysong came to First Baptist in the 10th grade. She came here from a smaller school and wanted to be playing at a little bit higher level. When she got here, she had come from a program where she had been the leading scorer, and she had to come in and adjust to becoming a playmaking point guard. We talked about her height. I won't tell you how tall she is. I always call her 4'11", just to make her mad. I actually measured her the other day and she was 5'5", so I stand corrected. But anyway, I'm like, if you're 4'11", you can't get in there and try to score over the bigs. You gotta learn to make plays. You gotta learn to pass the basketball. When I say Mia, you've done just that, and then you've improved your range, and you've been able to shoot deep three-pointers, and I mean, you've really done a great job. She's third on the team in scoring behind our other two signees. She was second in assists at 3.8, 3.5 rebounds per game, so not bad for somebody 4'11". She is second in steals at 2.7, first in charges taken. So again, she doesn't block shots, she takes charges. But she has really, really improved in every statistical area. Last year, she was our leading three-point shooter at 42% per game. Just a tribute to the kind of kid she is. She lives on the gun, she lives in the gym. We get in this gym early morning before school, and then she showers and goes to class. We get in this gym on the weekends. She has absolutely done everything that she could possibly do to put herself in this position. And Mia, I really, really respect your work ethic as much as any kid I've ever coached. She had all kinds of college offers in Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, and ultimately decided that she wanted to go to North Greenville. The small Christian atmosphere kind of felt like First Baptist to her, and it felt like home. Mia, you're my voice on the court, the voice in the locker room, and it's going to be very difficult to replace you. My four seniors that sit up here, you guys have really changed the culture of our program, and I really, really appreciate y'all. And to all the parents here, it has been a sacrifice, I know, to sometimes to keep your kids in a private school, but I really, really appreciate your dedication to First Baptist and First Baptist athletics.
This day has come faster than expected. I remember 3 short months ago I was undecided and worried about where I would end up proceeding with my academic and athletic career. I want to start by thanking God for being my rock and shield, who has taught me many valuable lessons along the way. Secondly, I'd like to thank Coach Smith for handing me a basketball in my 7th grade PE class and welcoming me into the sport. On I'll never forget our games of knockout, or when you used to say, nice handles, Wysong, you might just be on your point guard. I loved hearing that because it drove me to become better than I was the day before and to work harder than anyone. I want you to know I went home every night and watched all of those Kelsey Plum and Brooke McCarty videos. Thank you for being incredibly unselfish in everything you did for me. Next, Coach Kevin and Coach Rowe came into my life and have helped me to believe in myself. They've shown me a positive way of thinking and have built me up from the start, always encouraging me when I'm down and pushing me to be the best version of myself. Thank you to Coach Redmond for always telling me how many bunnies I've missed or easy layups, and for being a leader that I look up to. Thank you, Coach Saunders, for always letting me in the gym and always giving me hugs to make me smile, answering all my questions with statistics, and helping me to embrace every struggle I go through, because eventually it will all get better. Lastly, I'd like to thank Coach Presley. There are so many things I can say, and I have no idea where to start. I still remember my very first TMP practice when you put me with the older group. I was so nervous, Coach, but you made me feel welcome, and even though I was young, you still held me to high standards. And all throughout my sophomore year, I just wanted to prove to you that I could hold my own and be the same player I was the year before. But you taught me something different, and it took me a while to realize it. You were building me into a better player on both sides of the floor. Our long talks are part of the reason I'm sitting here today, signing to this amazing school. You genuinely care about your players and are determined to see them succeed. Thank you for being my coach, but most importantly, my second mom. I love you, Coach, and I can't wait to spend this last season with you. Beyond this, all the coaches and trainers I have greatly impacted my life, and I thank y'all for that. Thank you to every single First Baptist teacher. When I first came, you guys welcomed me with open arms, making me feel comfortable and always sacrificing your time to make sure I understood the material. Thank you for always noticing when my moves are off and for caring enough to ask. It means the world to me. Thank you to all my friends I've made here and for all the love you guys have shown me. I'd like to thank my teammates for all the support they have given me. Thank you guys for lifting me up when I'm struggling and always giving me a good laugh. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Lexi, Jenna, and Tiana for being patient with me these last 3 years. I'm so happy we are opening a new chapter in our life. I can't express how proud I am of you guys. Finally, I'd like to thank my family. Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa, for always being there when I needed and spoiling me endlessly. Thank you for helping raise me to the woman I am today. I don't say it enough, but y'all mean everything to me. My parents have sacrificed so much for me, and there are no words to express how grateful I am. Thank you, Mom, for being my best friend. You have sacrificed almost everything for me, and I don't tell you enough how much you mean to me. I love you being Mom Lisa, aka Team Mom, and for all the pictures you take and the bags you pack full of supplies every 8-day trip. Thank you, Dad, for working late nights so I could go to one of the best schools, and for always giving me advice when I'm struggling. Dad, you've always told me that I would have to mature, and that if I really wanted to pursue this dream of mine, that you and Mom would be right by my side. You guys have never failed to be there. Thank you for having my best interest and for being honest with me. And lastly, thank you for giving me every opportunity possible. Finally, I'd like to end with saying thank you to Coach Kelvin Long and Coach Keisha Gregory for giving me this opportunity to play at North Greenville University. I can't wait to spend my next 4 years furthering my love for Christ and basketball as a Crusader.
Last couple of things, I do want to thank a couple of groups of people. First of all, our incredible academic faculty and staff for pushing these students in the classroom as well. Our incredible coaching staff for again pushing our students as well on the court, and then on the fields. And with that said, we're going to take some pictures, and you guys can be dismissed. Before that, let's have one more round of applause for this incredible group of seniors. All right, students are dismissed, and we'll get some pictures with you guys here. Media may want to do a couple interviews, so